Welcome to Pull the Pin Already, a place where average veterans come to share their opinion about the world we live in. We can't guarantee you're going to like our opinions.
But I promise you, we can give them to you anyway.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Nate, and let's pull the pin already.
Yes, all right. Well, welcome back, Nate. Yeah, as you can see, I was just on the phone, but I'll probably cut that out. So you probably out there can't see it. Anyways, welcome back again, Nate. Let's get
Glad
into
to be here.
this
Glad
thing
to
we
be
do.
here.
What is it we do?
I
We
don't
pull
know.
some
I
headlines.
just show up and you do everything for me.
Well, no, I don't do everything. I mean, you're the man behind Switcher. You're the switching man, and so you got a role and responsibility, and I appreciate you for it. But we're going to talk about some headlines that we pull from the quote unquote mainstream media, and we're going to tell you what to feel and think about them, and when to get mad and have your face turn red and all that stuff. I was a little bit excited right now. Look at, I'm still red up in this joint. That's because I was just doing some stuff before I got in here. Some real important man stuff. Wait. Some extreme veteran. What was he last week? Extreme or that last episode? Extreme veteran stuff. I was just doing. Anyways, we're going to talk about some headlines, and we're going to tell you what to think, feel about them, and why is that important that we do it.
We're just average veterans who've been around the world and we know everything.
Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and get started because I don't even know what I'm saying right now.
Well, since today's a holiday, I'd like to say Happy Martin Luther King Day to everybody.
Oh, right. Well, look, good. I have a dream, man.
Off work today and feeling good.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. I have a dream. I'm not exactly off, but anyways, report U.S. companies spent $8 billion on DIE initiatives in 2020. I said that intentionally, DIE, because that's what it is, die. It's not DEI. Because $8 billion, what did they get back for their $8 billion?
Great workers.
Well, we don't know that, right? Mm-hmm. That's still a variable that we don't know.
It's a lot of money.
So look, I'm all for it. Look, I'm all for the.
How much has that with government? You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, they probably got reimbursements or grants and stuff like that. Yeah, it's your taxpayer dollars. So like I'm all for it. Look, well, I don't know if it's anymore, but for years it's been a predominantly white country, right? So your odds of getting white employees are higher, right? That's why everybody harps on the minority crime rates, because the odds of getting that shouldn't be higher. But I would argue that that's more of a poverty-linked thing than a color-linked thing. But the point is so I'm all for finding people, who are qualified to join the race of employment, not the race of, to join the employment race that don't normally get a chance. I'm all for that. And I mean, it's not like this is a surprise formula, right? Because let's say you owned a football team, right, Nate?
Well, this DEI,
diversity, inclusion, and equity.
Yeah. How many of them are out there looking for veterans?
Well, veterans do have their own thing, though, right? But now if you're a minority veteran with some sort of gender problem, confusion problem, you probably get a job for everybody. Ooh. And at the end of the day, look, if you're qualified and you can beat out the competition, you should have got that job anyway. You know what I mean? Now, if it's a company that doesn't want that image, then that's on them, because that's what a company is an image. Like here, we have veterans on this show. If we start letting non-veterans on, which we will because we don't get anybody else coming, but if we start letting non-veterans on, then should we even call ourselves a veteran show? It would completely destroy the identity. You know what I mean? So this stuff, if done right, could be beneficial. But the problem is it's just like the electric vehicles and all the other crap. They're trying to force feed everything because they think they're correcting something that's wrong, and it's really not wrong. Because they're socialists or communists. They're not capitalists. Because anybody who owns a business, even these billionaire left-wing lunatics that support this crap, even them guys are starting to realize this is bad for business, because they're not making any money just because they're hiring an underqualified person who doesn't fill the position, but they show diversity. So they're finding it out the hard way. I mean, there are companies that thrive, like even sports. Sports is a great example, dude. If you force this crap in football and basketball and all the other sports out there, if you force this, how would the product change?
It's not.
If you had to take 60% of the black people in football and said, "Hey, you guys can't play because we're going to bring in some underqualified white people because it's not fair, or underqualified Asian people," you think the game would change? I think it'd be less entertaining, right? Because isn't that what we
Yep,
do?
yep,
Draw
yep.
the best of the best. So why is it that in sports we can have all the minorities we want because they're the best, but yet in a company you can't? Is it a race's fault that a lot of black people are athletic and they play sports and they're really good at it? Is it white people's fault that they sit at home and they read books and study math and do stuff that other people aren't interested in? Like, how do you blame a race for that? It shouldn't even
They
be.
did. The government does.
Remember, you talked about like taking the R&D away. I mean, really,
Yep.
meritocracy. That's what it should be. It should be regardless of what your color is. Are you best at this job? Now, if you believe people are have a bias or whatever, if it's their company, I guess it's okay, right? Because is anybody gonna say anything if who's the clown basketball? LeBron James went and started a business and only hired black people. Is anybody gonna complain about that? No,
Probably
right?
not.
Nobody's gonna complain, right? Because somehow they're the underdog. They're the ones, even though LeBron James is filthy rich. Nobody's gonna complain about that. But then take an example like Hooters, right? Hooters doesn't need to be hiring chicks that can't fit in these little shorts. It's just that simple because that is their brand. So if LeBron James started a company that's
But Hooters should also hire people that do fit into those clothes.
well, to be honest with you, I don't go to Hooters. I haven't been to Hooters in a
I
long
mean,
time.
I don't care for Hooters food anyway. But
Well,
I know what you were saying. I
I
just
didn't mind the wings, you know what I mean? But that's about it. The view was okay back then, but nowadays,
what was
yeah,
that place at Fort Hood called that tried to be like Hooters? Remember that place?
no.
Oh,
On
it was
days?
no, 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 no. It was off
Oh,
post, but it was just a local restaurant right there that tried to have the same type of theme, and it wasn't the Twin Peaks, and it wasn't the other whatever else stuff. It was just one store one restaurant they had there. But
oh, yeah. I
anyways,
don't remember that, dude. Like I said, maybe I wasn't going there. No, I probably did go there. I
I
just
mean,
don't
probably
remember
went
because I'm
there
getting
with you.
old. Yeah, no, I say I probably did get. I'm just old, so I don't remember that. I can't remember half things I did last week. So, all right. So good. That thing's going away. I hope these people learn their lesson. National Association for Realtors president resigns, claims she's victim of blackmail threat. Now, I know this isn't really important news or really you care about this, but I found this interesting myself just because there's a couple dynamics at play here. Can you figure out your angle there?
Well, the president did something, and someone had something on her, and she doesn't want it to be brought to light.
Right. So, I mean, you think about it, like, can anybody could probably be blackmailed, right?
No,
Like
not me. I did
let's just
nothing.
say, somebody's peeking in your window and they saw you, rubbing one out over, little boy magazines or whatever. Now, that's something you don't want people to know, right? So you're not going to tell people you did that. So they can say, hey, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But the bottom line to me is, unless it's something totally harmless, I mean, I'm trying to think of an example. Like, you shouldn't have been doing it. I mean, even if somebody broke in your house, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to rationalize this. You know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to take this from a perspective of how she's a victim here. If
She
you
did.
go
She
and
did.
do
She did.
something,
She did something wrong.
well, right, she can be a victim of blackmail. Like, okay,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
blackmail is a crime, so it has a victim. I understand that, but if she never did something wrong
And
or
that's
illegal or
how.
immoral,
And how's the blackmail?
then how could she be blackmailed?
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess the point is this is what victimhood looks like, right? And this is the whole Epstein angle, right? This is what Epstein was all about, was getting dirt and blackmailing people.
Yeah, so obviously, I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's victimless crimes out there, but it, maybe she didn't make someone else a victim, but she did obviously probably did something wrong that she doesn't want being brought to light.
Well, that's what I was trying to rationalize as former MP, law enforcement, all that. I'm trying to think of a scenario where somebody could have blackmail material on somebody and them not have done something wrong or at least immoral.
Yeah,
Like if you were mowing your grass, dude, and I took pictures of you mowing your grass in shorts, I guess shorts that were too tight, maybe. And
no
that's
such thing.
embarrassing. Yeah, there's no such thing, right?
If it's
That may be
embarrassing,
embarrassing.
I wouldn't be out there doing it out in the public.
Exactly. But I guess okay. So you're leading me into a better scenario. So let's say somebody invaded your privacy
Like inside my house wearing those
inside
shorts.
your house while you're walking to the kitchen, with just your underwear on and your belly hanging out, and it's an embarrassing photo, and they want
You
to go and post that.
you saw me last night?
Oh, did I? Oh, no, I was talking about me. But
Oh,
so that's a common thing. But at the end of the day, right, you didn't do anything wrong, and they can threaten to take that picture out, but then they've committed a crime. So, and the blackmail is a crime too. But yeah, I
is
suppose
blackmail a
there.
crime? Is blackmail a crime?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I suppose that could be an example where she might be just a victim of blackmail. Maybe somebody saw her.
So I guess blackmail is like, hey, if you don't do this, I'm
Yeah,
going to.
yeah,
Okay, all right.
yeah. You're forcing somebody to do something against their actions because you've got something on them. Yeah, and it depends even too. I guess. Yeah, yeah. I don't think it matters what you're asking for. It doesn't have to be money. It could be sexual favors. It
What?
could be
Yeah,
anything.
whatever. Yeah.
You don't do this. I'm gonna tell your husband that I saw you on a date with this person. You know what I mean?
Whoa,
That could be blackmail.
whoa. That'd have been
And
perfect
it could
time for
be,
you.
yeah, you know what? Now that I think about it, like I was just trying to rack my brain because I'm getting old again. I can't. I was trying to think if there was a way she can be around this where she could be innocent of this, and maybe there is. Maybe she is innocent, but she resigned, so she didn't fight back. So clearly, whatever it is damaging enough. And I don't know. We're talking about this way too long. I just thought it was an interesting topic.
All right, cool.
All right, Pentagon says U.S. not planning to withdraw from Iraq. I thought this was like an old headline. I was like, what?
I mean, I know we have people there, but didn't we withdraw already?
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to figure out what they mean.
I mean, I know there's a handful of troops still on the ground there that are advisors. They're not out there. They're getting freaking bombed by Iran. I mean, they're not performing war duties, I should
They're
say. You
not
know what I mean?
combat soldiers.
Yeah.
They
Well,
support
they may be combat soldiers, but they're advisors, if you know what I mean.
unofficial combat soldiers. I get it. Not your average veteran.
No, they might have long tabs or something like that over there. But anyways,
Yeah, I don't
I,
know.
I thought the whole war was over.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm obviously everywhere we go, we try to leave a footprint. I get that, but is that what they mean? Like a complete withdrawal? You
But
think
like,
that's
what are they doing that's preventing the country from going into a downward spiral?
well? They're just holding the oil, right? They weren't really preventing anything. They're just holding the oil because they thought the oil industry would come back. But Biden's administration keeps pushing electric and
Yeah, because
suppressing oil.
aren't the Shiites and Sunnis back doing their normal things now, and nothing ever changed since we were there for
Yeah,
20 plus years?
yeah. I mean, that was expected. They already knew this was unwinnable war.
It's kind of like
So,
Taliban back in
so
control after 20 plus years of.
right. So let's be real. I mean, let's be real. America's, how we tout being veterans and we fight for our freedom, all this stuff in the country, and only part of that's true, right? Because what we're all doing is fighting for resources. Because really, that's been the very existed since mankind existed. That's how wars even been created for resources, and that's how when we've talked about this before. So I'm not going to get all red in the face. Well, I'm already a little bit red still, but we talked about this before. We're on stolen land. Yeah, we're on stolen land. Like everyone's on stolen land. Even the Indians stole land from other Indians because they fought for resources. That's what they did. If there was enough abundant resources around the world that nobody needed anything from anywhere else, we'd probably live in better harmony. I'm not going to say total harmony because people would still be pissed off, but it's just the same. We fight over women, right? Don't we fight over women?
Mm.
Well, aren't there enough women out there? Maybe not. So maybe there's not enough quality women out there. I don't
But
know.
this one's the best one.
Right. That's what I said. So maybe, you know what I mean? Like we fight over stupid things like, I mean, it's dumb when you think about it, but maybe there is a shortage of resources. Or maybe it's just all in our mind and we want to fight anyway and there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, look, we got sports where people punch each other for real and it's a game. You know what I mean? Like,
It's called hockey.
no, it's called boxing. It's called
Oh
MMA.
yeah, boxing too. Yeah, I forgot about those. But I think like baseball, football, basketball, maybe even golf would be pretty cool if they allowed like one fight a game, like hockey allows fights. Just all right, you guys fight. Here's
Well, it happens
five
in those
minute.
sports. I mean, it
No, like
happens.
yeah, but they get penalized. They get fined. They get suspended. And in hockey, it's like all right, 5 minutes, go sit in the box.
Well, not always. Sometimes they get a game misconduct or a suspension of fine, depending what they
Oh,
do.
yeah, but the odds of a hockey
Right,
fight
sure.
turning
Well,
into
I
something,
guess I get what you're saying. It's not encouraged, but
oh,
it's
fighting hockey is
supported
encouraged. The fans want to see it.
on the lower levels. Yes, not in the upper levels. Now where guys are
Uh,
making millions of dollars, they don't want to fight.
NHL don't want to fight.
No, they
Every
don't want
team
to
has
fight,
an
dude.
enforcer. They don't want to fight. Come on.
Well, that's what the enforcer's for, so that you. I mean, you saw it in the. I watched the Devils play Bedard, Chicago. The Devils guy Smith took out Bedard or legal hit. He didn't even lean in. He did not look, but Bedard's face went right into his shoulder. Chaos, because that's their top player. And then one of the fighters went after Smith. Smith fought him, and done with. That's what they're there for. And then they went after the Devils star players. So
So if fighting wasn't encouraged, you wouldn't have enforcers. I'm moving on.
it's not encouraged. They do a job, enforce. Is crime encouraged? We have law enforcers. All right. Anyways, Jody Foster says Gen Z is really annoying, especially in the workplace. They're like, nah, I'm not feeling it today. I like this because this sums up the entire society we live in this moment right now.
I'm not. No, I'm not feeling it today, Jim. I'm done.
Well, if I said it though, we'd have a problem, right? So you're the perfect example of Gen Z. You can just bail out whenever you want. If I bail out, nothing happens, right? The show just doesn't happen, right? If you bail out, the show doesn't happen either. But just for the example's purpose, you know what I'm saying? Like this is the perfect. It just makes sense of what we're doing today. No matter what topic, gender, all that crap they're doing. I feel like a boy today. I think you know what I mean. Like this is what it is. It's really that's what we live in. We live in a society who had the privilege because all their basic necessities were taken care of. They didn't have to fight for things that they need. They've all been raised in silver spoons. Because think about it. How many people struggling, having hard times in the ghettos and all that are out here talking about gender stuff? Now, don't get me wrong. You have gay people actually prostituting, but that's, and they probably might be, lower income people. But really, how many low income people who weren't spoon fed by their parents are really involved in this whole gender stuff? I'd say it's a small percentage. You can make it up because most percentage is made up on screen, right? Maybe 6%, right? That's what I say, 6%. You know what I mean? Like, how many really? Because those people don't have crap to worry about. The ones raised because everything's taken care of for them. So their struggle is, oh, my identity. It's not, oh, how am I going to get some food? How am I going to get away from my abusive father? How am I going to get, you know what I mean? It's like in a place of comfort, they can think about things that really don't even, I don't want to say don't matter because I guess their feelings matter, right?
Yeah, duh.
Yeah. The fact they have a penis doesn't, but their feelings do. I don't know, dude. This has nothing to do with what we're talking about anymore. So
I'll remove it so you don't get.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and end this one too, because two episodes red in the face, But yeah, thanks again, Nate, for showing up. Thank you all for tuning in. Christine, Johnny, and all that. We appreciate your comments. Keep them coming, and we'll be back again. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And until then, Godspeed.
And pull the pin ready. Boom.
Thanks for joining us here at Pull the Pin Already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.